Hello viewers, welcome to LMNM classes. I am your Wali Sahib. In this video, we are going to discuss about classification of enzymes and nomenclature of enzymes. So here there are thousands of enzymes in the living organisms which show the great diversity in their action. So here there are number of metabolic reactions such as respiration, digestion, excretion and metabolism of DNA and RNA in the living system. So here all these metabolic reactions require enzymes. But if you don't know what are their names, how are their names given, and we will get confused. So here to avoid the confusion, to differentiate them on the basis of their naming system. So here the nomenclature is nothing but here the naming system. Here nomenclature or the naming system which was first introduced by the scientist here Duclos in the year of 1883. So here the naming system or naming of enzymes can be done by the three ways. They are on the basis of substrate and on the basis of reaction and also on the basis of here substrate and a reaction. So here a combination of the both substrate and reaction. If we observe the naming of enzymes on the basis of substrate like this here, the enzyme urease, sucrase, maltase, cellulase, etc. So here these are the enzymes which can mainly act on a particular substrate, that is here for example the urease enzyme which is mainly acts on here the urea, the sucrase enzyme which is acts on the sucrose, maltase enzyme acts on maltose and cellulase enzyme acts on cellulose. So here these are the names of enzymes which is based on the substrate molecule. And then coming to on the basis of reaction, here naming of enzymes on the basis of here reaction, for example the carboxylation, and reduction, oxidation, phosphorylation, and isomerization. So here these are the some reactions. So here on the basis of reaction, the naming of enzymes as here carboxylation. So here the enzymes which are mainly involved in the or help in the carboxylation process, they are called as here carboxylases. Carboxylases. And then the enzymes which help in the reduction process, they are reductases. And the enzymes which are help in the oxidation process, they are oxidases. And the enzymes which are helps in the phosphorylation, they are phosphorylases. And the enzymes which help in the isomerization, they are isomerases. So here this is about the naming of enzymes on the basis of here reaction. And then the naming of enzyme on the basis of the both combination of substrate and a reaction. Let us see the naming of enzymes on the basis of here the substrate and a reaction, that is here the succinate dehydrogenase enzyme, malate dehydrogenase enzyme, citrate synthetase, and pyruvate kinase, etc. So here these are the few enzymes which are named on the basis of here a combination of substrate and a reaction. They are here succinate dehydrogenase. So here the enzyme which is depends or acts on the substrate molecule, that is here succinate, and the dehydrogenation process. The reaction name is dehydrogenation. So here succinate dehydrogenase which is acts on the substrate, that is here succinate, and the reaction is dehydrogenase. Dehydrogenation is a reaction. And malate dehydrogenase which is also acts on the substrate, that is here malate, and the reaction is the dehydrogenation. Citrate synthetase which is helps in the synthesis of citrate or citric acid. And then pyruvate kinase which is helps in the synthesis of pyruvic acid. So here this is about the naming of enzymes on the basis of a combination of substrate and a reaction. In the all these three above naming systems, here each enzyme ends with suffix a. Suffix is here ase, ase. So here all enzymes which are named on the basis of substrate, reaction, and the combination of the both substrate and reaction, these all enzymes ends with suffix, that is here ase. But a few enzymes they are not end with suffix ase. For example, here, the enzyme pepsin, trypsin, chymotrypsin, ptyalin, renin, and casein, etc. So here these are the enzymes which not end with suffix ase. Because of these all enzymes are here arbitrary enzymes. So here do not end with the suffix ase even though they are valid names. So here this kind of enzymes which are referred to as here arbitrary enzymes. So here all these enzymes which are named on the basis of their older nomenclature or older naming system, which is a tribal nomenclature or old nomenclature system. So here on the basis of tribal nomenclature or here older nomenclature, some enzymes do not ends with suffix ase. They are here pepsin, trypsin, chymotrypsin, ptyalin, renin, and casein. And few other enzymes which are also named on the basis of their source, from which they are extracted. So here on the basis of source, the enzymes are also named. For example, here the enzyme is here papain. The papain is an enzyme which was mainly extracted from the papaya. And then the another enzyme that is here bromelain, which was extracted from the pineapple family of here Bromeliaceae. So here these are the two different kinds of enzymes which are named on the basis of their source. So where from they are extracted. So here this is about the naming of enzymes on the basis of here substrate reaction and both combination of substrate reaction. And then the classification of enzymes. Classification of enzymes. So here on the basis of chemical nature, here enzymes are classified into two types. On the basis of chemical nature, enzymes are classified into two types. They are simple simple enzymes and conjugated enzymes or complex enzymes. So here these are already discussed in the previous video, simple enzymes and conjugated enzymes. So here these are the two different kinds of enzymes which are classified on the basis of their chemical nature. Simple enzymes which are made up of pure proteins. Pure proteins. They do not contain any other chemical substance which give only amino acids upon the hydrolysis. They are called as here simple enzymes. But conjugated enzymes are complex enzymes which are made up of the both protein part and non-protein part. Protein part and non-protein part. So here these kind of enzymes which are called as here conjugated enzymes or complex enzymes. In the conjugated enzymes, the protein part is also known as here apoenzyme and non-protein part which is referred to as here cofactor. Cofactor. So in the conjugated enzymes, the apoenzyme and cofactor combine together form a special enzyme that is here holoenzyme. Holo means the total complete chemical nature or chemical structure of the enzyme. That is here holoenzyme. So here all these conjugated or complex enzymes which are also known as here holoenzymes. So here these are the two different kinds of enzymes which are classified on the basis of chemical nature. And then here the enzymes are also classified on the basis of reaction. On the basis of reaction which they catalyze. Which they catalyze. So here there are two different kinds of enzymes. They are hydrolysing enzymes. Hydrolysing enzymes and desmolysing enzymes. Hydrolysing enzymes and desmolysing enzymes. So here what are the hydrolysing enzymes and what are the desmolysing enzymes? Here these are the hydrolyses which can catalyze the reactions in which complex organic molecules to simple inorganic molecules or simple compounds in addition of water. So here hydrolysis in the presence of water molecule, here complex organic molecules are hydrolyzed into the simple compounds. So here all these hydrolyzing enzymes which are also called as here hydrolases which can catalyze the reactions by the addition of water. So here the conversion of complex organic molecules into the simple compounds. This is the reaction which is catalyzed by the hydrolyzing enzymes. So here all these hydrolytic reactions are hydrolyzing reactions which are reversible. And then coming to desmolysing enzymes. Other than the hydrolyzing enzymes, the rest of enzymes all are desmolysing enzymes which are belong to the respiration process. So here the enzymes which are belong to the respiration process, all these enzymes which are considered as here desmolysing enzymes. For example here oxidases, dehydrogenases, transaminases, and carboxylases, etc. So here these are the few examples related to the desmolizing enzymes. And then the enzymes which are also classified on the basis of here site of action. Site of action. So here on the basis of site of action, here enzymes are also classified into two types. They are extra enzymes endoenzymes. So extracellular enzymes and intracellular enzymes. Intracellular enzymes. These extracellular enzymes, which are also known as here exoenzymes, and these enzymes, intracellular enzymes, which are also known as here endoenzymes. So here exo means outside. So here which can exhibit their action outside the cell. Outside the cell. They are called as here extracellular enzymes or exoenzymes. And then the enzymes which can exhibit their action, which can perform their action inside the cell. Inside the cell, they are called as here intracellular enzymes or endoenzymes. So here all the digestive enzymes which are examples related to the extracellular enzymes or exoenzymes. For example, the salivary amylase, and gastric pepsin and lysozyme. These are the few examples which are related to the exoenzymes or extracellular enzymes. And then endoenzymes or intracellular enzymes which can act inside the cell or which can exhibit their action inside the cells. They are called as here intracellular enzymes or endoenzymes. And then according to IUB system, here enzymes are also classified into 6 major classes. So here according to IUB system, International Union of Biochemistry. International Union of Biochemistry is a abbreviated form of IUB. International Union of Biochemistry, which is also known as our present. This IUB system is also known as here IUB MB system. IUB MB system. That means International Union of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Molecular Biology. This is the present name of IUB system of classification. So here this International Union of Biochemistry system was first introduced in the year of 1961. 1961. So here during the 1961 framed certain rules of their nomenclature and classification process. So here IUB, MB or IUB system can frame some rules which are related to the nomenclature and classification of enzymes. The rules of IUP systems are here. The first one is enzyme catalyzed reactions divided into 6 major classes, each class with 4 to 13 subclasses. So here all the catalyzed reactions of enzymes, here enzymes which are involved in the reactions, particularly here the enzymes catalyzed reactions divided into 6 major classes. 6 major classes, and then all these 6 classes further again sub classified into the 4 to 13 subclasses. 4 to 13 subclasses. So here there are major 6 classes of enzymes which are classified on the basis of their catalyzed reactions, or on the basis of some catalyzed reactions. Here enzymes are classified into 6 major classes. Again each class further classified into 4 to 13 subclasses. The second rule is enzyme name has 3 parts. Enzyme name has 3 parts. They are substrate, which is the first part of enzyme, and then type of reaction. This is the second part of enzyme, and third one is suffix is. Suffix is. This is the third part of the enzyme. So here each enzyme has here the 3 parts. They are first part, that is substrate, and then second part, that is type of reaction, and the third part, that is here suffix is. And then the third rule of IUP system of enzyme is here enzyme has a systematic code in 4 digits. Enzyme has a systematic code in 4 digits. 4 digits. That is called as here enzyme code or enzyme commission number. Enzyme code or enzyme commission code. So here each enzyme has a systematic code in the 4 digits. That is called as here enzyme code or enzyme commission number. Simply represent as here EC. EC number. The EC number is separated by, or it was designated by here the EC number. EC number is vary from enzyme to enzyme. Enzyme to enzyme. So here the 4-digit number of enzyme code which is separated by a dot marks. Separated by here a dot marks. For example, I will give here one example which is related to the enzyme commission code, that is the glucose 6 phosphotransferase. Glucose 6 phosphotransferase is an enzyme. It has the enzyme code that is here 2.7.1.2. So here this is the 4-digit code or 4-digit number of the enzyme code or enzyme commission number. So in the enzyme code commission number or enzyme code, the first digit which can indicate to the, here the first digit which denotes the class of enzyme, which denotes to the class of enzyme. So here the first digit, the class which indicates the nature of chemical reaction, which indicates to the nature of chemical reaction. It indicates the nature of chemical reaction. So here in the enzyme code or commission, the first digit which denotes to the class, it determines or it indicates the nature of chemical reaction. And then the second digit which is denotes to the subclass of enzyme, which indicates the nature of substrate. So here it indicates nature of substrate. And then the third digit of enzyme code which denotes to the subclass of enzyme. Subclass of enzyme, which determines or which indicates the nature of cofactor. So here the subclass of enzyme which indicates the nature of cofactor. And then the fourth digit of enzyme code which denotes the serial number or individual enzyme, which determine the serial number of enzymes, the serial number of enzymes in its particular subclass. So here this is the 4-digit code determination. So here each enzyme has here a systematic code in the 4 digits that is called as here enzyme code or enzyme commission code. So here in the enzyme code, the first digit which denotes to the class, it indicates the nature of chemical reaction. And then the second digit which denotes to the subclass of enzyme, which indicates the nature of substrate. And then third one, subclass, that indicates the nature of cofactor. And the fourth digit which denotes to the individual enzyme, it determines or it indicates the serial number of enzymes in its particular subclass of enzyme. So here this is about the enzyme code. I will give example here. Already I given example, that is glucose 6-phosphotransferase. It has a 4-digit enzyme code, that is 2.7.1.2. 2712. This is the enzyme code. In the enzyme code of this enzyme, here the first digit indicates to the class, that is here, which is belongs to the transferase, class of transferase. So here the glucose 6-phosphotransphorases are belongs to the class of transferases. And then the second digit 7, which can indicate to the subclass of enzyme that determines the transfer of phosphate group. So here what kind of substrate, what kind of the group which is transferred from one substrate molecule to another substrate. Here the transfer of phosphate. And then the third digit, that is here 1, which denotes the subclass of enzyme, which determines the phosphate group accepted by the alcohol. Phosphate group which is accepted by the alcohol. And then the fourth digit, that is here 2, which denotes the individual enzyme, that is here hexokinase. Hexokinase. Because of here, the glucose 6-phosphortransferase enzyme, which is involved in the transferring of a phosphate group from one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. So here, this kind of enzyme has here the 4-digit code, that is enzyme code, and their determinations are indicates class, subclass, subclass, and serial number of enzymes. This is the enzyme commission code. And then go to the main classification of here enzymes. So here all the enzymes which are classified into 6 major classes. 6 major classes. They are oxidoreductases, and transferases, and then hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, and ligases. These are the 6 classes of enzymes which are classified on the basis of some catalyzed reactions. So here IUB system, International Union of Biochemistry, can classify the enzymes into 6 major classes. They are oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, and ligases. These are the 6 classes of enzymes. We can easily remember this classification of enzymes as here code, that is here OTHLIL. OTHLIL. This is the code to easy remembering of a classification of enzymes. O is oxidoreductase, T is transferases, H is hydrolases, L is lyases, I is isomerases, and L is ligases. And then coming to oxidoreductases. So here the enzymes which are mainly involved in the oxidation reduction reactions, these are called as here oxidoreductases. The enzymes which are involved in the oxidation reduction reactions are transferring of electrons. They are called as here oxidoreductases. So which are mainly involved in the both oxidation and reduction reactions or transfer of electrons. So here the enzymes which are involved in the oxidation and reduction reactions or transfer of electrons are called as here oxidoreductases. Then oxidoreductases can include the classes of enzymes. They are oxidases, reductases, dehydrogenases, catalases, peroxidases, and oxygenases. These are the subclasses of here oxidoreductases. Oxidases which are involved in the oxidation reactions, reductases which are involved in the reduction reactions, and dehydrogenases which are involved in the dehydrogenation reactions, catalases, peroxidases, and oxygenases. These are the subclasses of here oxidoreductases. And then I will give one example which is related to the oxidoreductase. Because of here the enzymes which are involved in the transfer of electrons from one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. So here the substrate, another substrate molecule, so here the substrate molecule which is reduced in condition and another substrate molecule involved in the reaction, that is oxidized in condition. So here the reduced substrate molecule is converted into oxidized substrate molecule, and oxidized substrate molecule is converted into a reduced substrate molecule. Because of here the electrons which are present in the substrate molecule which are transferred from one substrate molecule to another substrate molecule. So according to our textbook, they given one example, that is here malate plus NAD plus gives rise to oxaloacetic acid plus NADH2. This is the reaction. Here malate dehydrogenase enzyme which is catalyzed this reaction. Malate dehydrogenase reaction. So here the malate when reacted with NAD plus, which can act as a coenzyme and further converted into oxaloacetic acid and releases NADH2. So here this reaction is example to the oxidoreductases. And then I will give another one more example which is related to the oxidoreductases, that is here alcohol plus NAD plus, which is further converted into aldehyde plus NADH2. So here this is the reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase. Alcohol dehydrogenase. So here the both oxidation and reduction reactions which are occurs in this reaction, which is catalyzed by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase. Alcohol is further converted into aldehyde when it is reacted with NAD plus. And then one more example, that is here glycolic acid. Glycolic acid reacted with oxygen and further it converted into glyoxolic acid. Glyoxolic acid and releases hydrogen peroxide H2O2. So this reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme glycolic acid oxidase. Glycolic acid oxidase. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme glycolic acid oxidase is the enzyme which is involved in this oxidation reaction. So here this is about the oxidoreductases. And then coming to next class of enzyme, that is here transferases. Transferases. So here we can easily define that transferases are the enzymes which are involved in the transferring of functional group from one substrate molecule to another substrate molecule. So here the enzymes which can catalyze the transferring of functional group or the chemical group from the one molecule to the another molecule or one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. They are called as here transferases. So here the transferring of functional group or the chemical group from one substrate molecule to another substrate molecule. But it does not occur in the free state. Here this reaction is not occurs in the free state. So here the transferases, the classes of enzymes which can include some subclasses of enzymes, they are methyl transferases, amino transferases, acetyl transferases, and phosphotransferases. So here these are the enzymes which can involved in the transferring of functional group from the one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. Let us see the enzymes of transferases. They are methylases. Methylases are the enzymes which can transfer the methyl group from one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. And then amino transferases, they can transfer the amine group from the one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. Acetyl transferases, they can transfer the acetyl group from the one substrate molecule to another substrate molecule. And then phosphotransferases, they can transfer the phosphate group from one substrate molecule to the another substrate molecule. So here the phosphotransferases are further divided into here the two types. They are kinases and phosphorylases. Kinases and phosphorylases. Here kinases and phosphorylases are also a group of transferases or subclasses of transferases. So here kinases are the enzymes which are only involved in the transferring of phosphate group from the ATP to the substrate molecule. So here the phosphate group which is derived from the ATP molecule and transfer it from substrate to the another substrate. So here the transferring of phosphate group from the ATP molecule to the substrate molecule by the kinases. For example, here I will give one example which is related to the kinases, that is the glucose reacted with ATP molecule and further it converted into glucose 6-phosphate and releases ADP. So in this reaction, one phosphate group which is transferred to the glucose molecule and then glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. So this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme here. This reaction which is catalyzed by the reaction enzyme, that is here glucohexokinase. Glucohexokinase is the enzyme which is involved in the transferring of phosphate group from the ATP molecule to substrate. So these kind of enzymes which are referred to as here kinases. But phosphorylases, what are the phosphorylases? Phosphorylases are also the phosphotransferases which are under the transferases. So here the phosphorylases can transfer the phosphate group directly from the inorganic phosphate to the substrate molecule. So here there is no involvement of ATP molecule to provide phosphate group to the substrate molecule. Here only the inorganic phosphate is directly attached to the substrate molecule by the action of enzyme, that is here glyceraldehyde 3-phosphodehydrogenase enzyme which is involved in the conversion of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate into the 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Let us see the reaction, that is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, inorganic phosphate and NAD plus, further it is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid and releases NADH2. So this reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme, that is here glyceraldehyde 3-phosphodehydrogenase. So this enzyme which can involved in this reaction to transferring a phosphate group directly from the inorganic phosphate to the substrate. Then it is further converted into the 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. So this is the example which is related to the transferases. And then coming to hydrolases, the next class of enzymes are here hydrolases. So here hydrolases are the enzymes which can catalyze the hydrolysis reactions are called as hydrolases. So here the enzymes which can catalyze the hydrolysis reactions. These are called as here hydrolases. So during the hydrolysis process, here breakdown of large complex organic molecule into the simple molecule or simple compound by the addition of water. So here hydrolyzing enzymes are hydrolases. During the hydrolysis reactions, here complex organic molecules, complex compounds which are converted into the simple compounds by the addition of water. By the addition of water. So here, by the addition of water molecule, here breakdown of large complex organic molecule into the simple compounds. These kind of reactions which are catalyzed by the enzymes, they are called as here hydrolases. So here, all the digestive enzymes which are example to the hydrolases. All the digestive enzymes. All the digestive enzymes are which are example to the hydrolases. And then the hydrolases are all the third class of enzymes which can include the subclasses of enzymes. They are glycosidases, esterases, proteases, peptidases, phosphodiesterases. So here these are the few subclasses of hydrolases. So here the glycosidases which are involved in the breakdown of glycosidic bonds in the substrate molecule. So here the glycosidic bonds which are present in the carbohydrates. So in the large complex molecules of carbohydrates, nothing but here the polysaccharides which are break down into the simple molecules by the enzymes here glycosidases. So here they can break down the glycosidic bond. And then esterases. Esterases are the enzymes which are involved in the breakdown of large complex molecules like lipases into the fats into the fatty acids and glycerol by the lipases by the breakdown of here ester bonds. And then proteases, peptidases. These are the both enzymes of hydrolases which can break down the peptide bonds which are present in the proteins. And then phosphodiesterases, which are enzymes can break down the phosphodiester bond which is present in the nucleic acid. So here these are few examples which are related to the hydrolases. And then here amidases. Amidases are also examples of hydrolases. Amidases, lipases or esterases. These are also example to the hydrolases. And then I will give one reaction which is related to the hydrolases, that is here fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate reacted with water molecule and further it converted into fructose 6-phosphate and releases inorganic phosphate. So this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme bisphosphatase. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphatase. It is the enzyme. So here the breakdown of hydrogen bonds in the fructose 1,6-bisphosphate and releases inorganic phosphates and further it converted into fructose 6-phosphate. So this reaction is example to the hydrolases. So by the addition of water molecule, here substrate molecule is breakdown into the another substrate molecule. And then I will give one more example, that is here the sucrose molecule which is hydrolyzed into the glucose and fructose. So here this reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme here sucrase or invertase. invertase enzyme. So this is also example which is related to the hydrolysis process. Hydrolases are the enzymes which can break down the large organic complex molecules into the simple molecules by the addition of water. When these reactions which are related to the hydrolyzing reactions. And then another group of enzymes or another class of enzymes, they are lyases. Lyases are the enzymes. Lyases are the enzymes or the cleavages which can involved in the breakdown of functional group from the substrate molecule and introduce the new double bonds in the product. So here lyases are cleavages. Lyases are the cleavages without the hydrolysis process. So here there is no involvement of water in these reactions. So here when the lyases are catalyzed the chemical reactions without the hydrolysis or without the water molecule. So here the removal of the functional group from substrate molecule and introduce the new bonds in the product. So here this kind of enzymes which are referred to as here lyases. So here the enzymes which are involved in the removal of functional group from the substrate molecule and introduce the new double bonds in the product. That kind of enzymes which are referred to as here lyases. So here without the hydrolysis process, these reactions are catalyzed by the lyases enzymes. So here they can include all the subclasses. They are decarboxylases, and then aldolases, synthases, desmolases, hydrases, enolases, anhydrases, and dehydrases. These are the few subclasses of here. Fourth class of enzymes, they are lyases. So here lyases are enzymes which are involved in the removal of functional group from the substrate molecule and introduce the new double bonds in the product without the hydrolysis process. So here these kind of reactions are not hydrolyzing reactions. For example, I will give one example which is related to the lyases here. Histidine converted into the histamine and releases carbon dioxide when it is catalyzed by the reaction, that is here histidine decarboxylase. Histidine decarboxylase. So here the histidine decarboxylase is an enzyme of lyase. So it is a type of lyase which is involved in the decarboxylation reactions, removal of carbon dioxide from the substrate molecule, and further the substrate molecule is converted into another form of substrate, that is histamine. So histidine is converted into histamine and releases CO2 by the action of histidine decarboxylase. And then one more example which is related to the lyases, that is here fructose 1,6-bis phosphate, which is converted into the two triose molecules. They are glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. This reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme here aldolase. So here aldolases are also enzymes of here lyases which are involved in the cleavages. So here aldolases can cleave or break down the fructose 6 molecule, fructose 1,6-bis phosphate to two molecules of trioses. They are glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. And then I will give another one more example which is related to the liases. That is here, breakdown of hydrogen peroxide into water molecule and oxygen. So this reaction, which is catalyzed by the enzyme carbonic anhydrase. So here anhydrases are enzymes of liases which are involved in the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide into the water and oxygen. So here, according to our textbook, they given one equation like this. This is the simple equation to easy understanding of a liases, which is given in our textbook. So here, this is about the liases. And then the another class of enzymes, they are isomerases. Here isomerases are the enzymes which are involved in the isomerization reactions. The fifth class of enzymes are here isomerases. So here isomerases are enzymes which are involved in the isomerization reactions. They are called as here isomerases. So during the isomerization process, here rearrangement of molecular structure to the effect isomeric changes. So here particularly these isomerases which are involved in the intramolecular shift. Intramolecular shift or rearrangement or isomerization. So here during the isomerization reactions, here rearrangement of molecular structure to the isomeric changes. So here the enzymes which can catalyzing the interconversions of optical, geometrical, positional isomers. So here optical, positional and geometrical isomers. So here the enzymes which are involved in the intramolecular shift or rearrangement or isomerization reaction which can catalyzing the interconversion of optical, geometrical, positional isomers. So here during the isomerization reaction, here their intramolecular shift, their internal structure can altered or can change as the another form. So here I will give some examples which are related to the isomerases or isomerization. They are the glucose 6-phosphate which is isomerized into the fructose 6-phosphate. So this reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme, that is here isomerase. And then the another reaction xylose 5-phosphate which is isomerized into the ribulose 5-phosphate. This reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme, that is epimerase. And then another one more example, that is here 3-phosphoglyceric acid isomerized into the 2-phosphoglyceric acid which is catalyzed by the enzyme that is here mutases. And then another one more example, that is here the ribose 5-phosphate which is isomerized into the ribulose 5-phosphate. ribulose 5-phosphate. This reaction was also here catalyzed by the enzyme isomerase. So here these are the few examples which are related to the isomerization reactions and belongs to the isomerases. So here the fifth class of enzymes isomerases can includes all the subclasses of enzymes. They are racemases, epimerases, mutases, anomerases, tautomerases, and metatattomerases or metamerases. So here these are the few subclasses of isomerases: racemarases, epimerases, and mutases. Racemarases are the enzymes which are involved in the interconversion of D and L isomers, which are involved in the interconversion of D and L isomers. And then epimerases are the enzymes which are involved in the interconversion of epimers. And then mutases which are involved in the transferring of functional group from the one carbon atom to the another carbon within the same molecule. So here the transferring of functional group from the one carbon atom to the another carbon atom within the same molecule. So these kind of enzymes which are examples or subclasses of isomerases. And then coming to the last class of enzymes, they are here ligases. So here ligases are the enzymes which can catalyze the linking of two molecules by the utilizing ATP energy. So here the energy which is required to the ligases for the linking of two molecules. So here ligases are enzymes which can catalyze the linking of two molecules by the addition of enzyme by the utilization of ATP molecule, ATP energy. So here ligases which are involved in the bonding of two chemicals with the help of energy obtained from the ATP molecule. So all these ligases which can include all the types of subclasses, they are synthetases. Synthetases are the enzymes which are involved in the joining of two molecules together. So here they can form new bonds or linking the substrate molecules in between the carbon and oxygen, carbon and nitrogen, and carbon and sulfur, and phosphate and oxygen. So here for this ligation, here energy is required. The required energy is provided by here ATP molecule. So which is a energy currency of the cell. So I will give one example which is related to the ligase. That is here glutamic acid plus ammonia plus ATP gives rise to glutamine plus ADP and inorganic phosphate. So in this reaction, the glutamic acid is reacted with ammonia by the addition of enzyme, and further it converted into glutamine. So for the conversion of glutamic acid into the glutamine, here energy is required. The required energy is provided by the ATP molecule. So here the glutamic acid is reacted with ammonia by the addition of energy, and further it converted into glutamine and releases ADP and inorganic phosphate. This reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme glutamine synthetase. So here the synthetases are the enzymes which are belong to the sixth class of enzymes. They are ligases. And then another one more example which is related to the ligases, that is here PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, reacted with carbon dioxide and further it converted into oxaloacetic acid. This reaction which is catalyzed by the enzyme PEP carboxylase. PEP carboxylase. So here the PEP carboxylase which is involved in this conversion of PEP into the oxaloacetic acid when reacted with carbon dioxide by the addition of ATP. So here this reaction is also example to the synthetases. And then amino acyl synthetases. Another one more example here. Amino acyl synthetases. So here amino acyl synthetases are the enzymes which are involved in the activate the tRNA by attaching amino acid at the 3' end. So during the translation process, here amino acyl synthetases which are used to activate the tRNA by the attaching amino acid at the 3' end. So here this is the tRNA molecule 3' and 5'. Sorry, 5' and 3'. At the 3' end of the tRNA, here amino acids are attached because of it has the acceptor stem or amino acid binding site. So here from the amino acid pole, the selected amino acid which is binding with 3' active site of tRNA molecule by the enzyme, that is here amino acyl synthetase for the activation of tRNA. So this reaction which is also required an energy which is provided by here ATP molecule. And then tryptophan synthetase. Here the tryptophan synthetase which is also a synthetase which is used in the conversion of tryptophan into the indole acetic acid, which is a auxin phytohormone. So here the tryptophan which is converted into the indole acetic acid, that is auxin phytohormone. So during the conversion of tryptophan into the indole acetic acid, here energy is required which is provided by the ATP molecule. This reaction which is catalyzed by the tryptophan synthetase. Tryptophan synthetase. So here this is about the enzyme classification and nomenclature of enzymes.